Hi, I'm Joy Cafferey. I'm an energy healer, public speaker, and peacemaker. I am from Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Slow motion. Say hi. Say hi.
The activity that I chose was going on a hike for the first day, and I was really craving some Mother Nature after all of that. Airplanes, it took me 4 flights to get to New Zealand, craving some Mother Earth. And I loved going up the gondola. That was a beautiful view. I loved us being playfully on the hillside together. And I also loved taking in the tenderness of the beauty of the grass on the hillside and then the big panorama view. I went down the luge, if that's what it's called, one time, and then my body said, jet lag setting in, you need to just go back and go to sleep. So I only took a half a day, but took in the beauty and then did some of my self-care so I could do that nice dance of presence and care. This was my first time speaking on an international stage, but not my first time speaking. And in doing so, I understand so much how we're speaking person to person, heart to heart, wherever we are. It doesn't matter whether it's in my own town, in my own country, or in the nation, or in the world. And my intention is to be a world peacemaker, and I understand that I want to speak on international stages because I want to bring my message of peacemaking, raising awareness, hope, clarity, and love to the world.
We all have that inner critic in our head. And I invite you today to allow that voice of self-compassion be louder than the voice of the inner critic. Listen to the voice of self-connection. Listen to the voice of self-compassion. I'm putting my hands on my heart because whenever I think for myself, self-connection, this is where my hand goes, right here. And now allow yourself to be deeply nourished in just the way you need to be nourished. If you're needing some reassurance, allow that vibration to come in. If you're needing strength or fortitude, allow that vibration to come in. If you're needing connection, open to that vibration. In this moment, you are nourished and loved. In this moment, you are divinely perfect.
The first day we spoke on the international stage, which is to a larger audience, and then the second day we took it into our workshops, which is on a more intimate level. And workshops are my forte. I love them dearly. I love the connection that I make with people. I was able to talk about the book that I'm putting out on helping people to recognize their own suffering pattern and move into their radiance. I actually have already had emails sent to me requesting people to work with me directly since the workshop. My workshops are playful, they're fun, they're dynamic, and we all learn together. But when we arrived at the marae, I loved that it started with ritual, a ritual of them calling us in and welcoming us, and us walking up with deep respect into the marae. And then there was this absolutely beautiful greeting where we put our foreheads together and breathe in the essence of the different people that we were meeting of the tribe. And I loved how many people were there to welcome and receive us. And then in the rituals that we had, I love that they kept the doors open to the marae, and there was a long hall and a long hallway towards their ancestors. So on the far wall was pictures of all of their ancestors. And when the different family members would get up to speak, they'd always refer to the rivers and the mountains that they come from. They would refer to Mother Earth and honor their ancestors before they spoke. And they did it over and over again, and that ritual had so much meaning to me. Also, one of the things I'm incredibly taking away from my experience at the Marae is a deeper understanding of the word welcome. As family, we were treated like family, and I absolutely felt welcomed from an incredibly heart-centered place. And I know that now when I go back to the States and somebody says thank you and you automatically say welcome, it's not going to be automatic for me anymore. The word welcome now has a depth to it and a meaning to it. The next day we went into the forest, and I appreciated that we had to take care of our feet, the soles of our feet, before washing them before going into the forest, for the preservation and the stewardship of the forest to keep it alive and healthy, because with so many humans we can damage things without even knowing it. And then we got to see a tree. I have a beautiful photo of Te Poroho in front of the 2,000-year-old tree, and that photo I'm going to really cherish. And so I saw that tree, and then when I went to the Four Sisters, I'm just standing in it with them in silence. The amount of strength I felt was so powerful and palpable. And again, for me, I had an energetic experience of the energy from the earth and the trees coming right up through my root chakra, up through my heart chakra, up and out my body, and solidifying my way of being in my own body and my way of being in the world. And I know I really stood in presence with those trees, took in their energy, especially the Four Sisters. I know I have a place to return anytime that I am needing inner strength.
That was pretty good.
I felt its broadness of life, and I took that tree right into my heart. I'm an energy healer, and I've been doing both energy healing individual sessions with clients and workshops for over 20 years with the intention of helping people to raise awareness. I help them move information from their subconscious to consciousness so that they can understand their own suffering patterns and then help them slide into their radiance. My intention truly is for world peace, and the mission, the way that I do that is by magnifying clarity, love, and hope, so that each person can access their own inherent wisdom and live their life purpose joyfully. Because I believe if people are accessing their own wisdom, this will be a peaceful world. I want people to live joyfully. One of the things that I loved about this trip was that it combined my bringing my message to the world in a bigger way. It allowed me to do the deeper inner work at the Marae and to do the humanitarian work. And one of the takeaways that I'm taking away from this trip is that it's not that difficult to expand larger. You build a bigger tribe, you connect with more people, and spirit puts you into new places. So my biggest takeaway is that I have an incredible foundation at home. My community is what got me here. I raised money in 10 days for me to take this trip so that I can really be bringing everything I'm learning back to my community and then spread it further out in the world. So my takeaway is I have a strong foundation. I have a place to expand into. I have both inner resources and outer resources, and I will continue to use my inner compass that is derived from Source to tell me what's next.
Hinga mana i taga i no na nahi